I've been thinking a lot about how far I've come in this healing journey from those moments when I didn't even know where to start to now where I can finally breathe and actually give myself grace. Let's talk about it.
Loving me unconditionally.
Hello, my freedom walkers, and welcome to Loving Me Unconditionally. Today, I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about my healing journey, where I've been to where I'm actually headed. So, if you don't know a little bit about my past, I would like to just take a moment and talk about those things that I've actually been healing from. I've been healing from the feeling of not being enough, the fear of rejection, especially from family, church, or society for being gay. Um, Healing from people pleasing and losing myself trying to be loved. I've also been healing from the quiet pain of not feeling safe as a child. And if you want to really go into a lot of those details and find out what all that is about, check out my 30-day challenge videos. You can kind of go through the ones that I just talked about. It's in there somewhere, and you can go in and you can find out more details about those back ends of those stories. So just check it out on my channel, okay? Those experiences shaped how I saw myself for a long time, but they don't define who I am anymore. Let me say that one more time. Those experiences shaped how I saw myself for a very long time, but they don't anymore. And it has been a constant, consistent process of this healing journey. I no longer blame other people. I no longer blame myself. But I take those challenges or those things or my past and that have kind of been the catalyst that self sabotation of my life now, if self sabotation is a word. I know self sabotage is. But if it is, I just made up a new word. Okay. So I would like to also talk about the turning points, those breakthroughs in my life. One of them is realizing that love and acceptance must begin within. I spent so much time in my life fighting for other people to love me and for other people to accept me. But that's really, 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 really not where it begins, because I have to get to the place in life, and it's still a constant, I would say a constant day by day process, realizing that I have to love myself. And I can't look outwardly for love, but I have to look inwardly for love and loving my soul in its purest form. And I'm finding out that loving myself is 100% being my authentic self and just embracing it. I'm in this life, in this world, and we all are, and I really, really can't be anybody else but me. I could try to be other people. I could try to mimic their ways or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I can only be me. And being me is okay from head to toe, from my appearances, from my innermost being, from my experiences, from my talents, from my gifts, for my shortcomings. I embrace all of that and I give myself grace. Also, some of my breakthroughs came through therapy, through journaling, writing those things down, and also meditation. Those have been a lot of resources to help me on the inside love me more and to move forward in a prosperous life and to be able to follow my passions and my dreams and not go into self sabotage, not punishing myself. Because I spent a lot of time punishing myself. I was thinking that I don't need anybody else to tell me I am not enough. I am not this. I'm not that. I did this in my past. All these things. I know this. I am. I have been in my life an expert of hurting myself, an expert of punishing myself, an expert of just loathing and hating me just because I am me, and living in the shadows of other people in order to have that feeling of love and that feeling of acceptance and that feeling that I need to be validated by others when really the validation and the healing starts within. And most of all, I'm telling you that this channel, Loving Me Unconditionally, has, and speaking my truth publicly, has really brought so many layers of healing, even in the 30-day challenge. Week by week, sometimes I just had to step away from it because it was just so, it hit me so hard in my heart and my spirit that I had to just step back and tell myself that I'm okay, and tell myself that I'm safe, and tell myself that I deserve and I'm worthy of love and that I can do this. And I'm telling you that through this process of opening up to the world has brought so many levels of healings and breakthroughs in my life that I can just write a book about that just all alone. And there was also this shifting on the inside of me from the times that I felt like that I was not worthy and I needed to attach myself to other people to feel worthy and to feel loved, that I felt like I had to be the Superman or I had to be the savior, deliverer of other people. But something shifted inside of me, not because of anything I've done, but because of me opening up my heart and allowing healing to begin. And I felt this release, this release of no longer spending tiring hours worried about the thoughts and the opinions of other people. Because the shifting came when I realized that those same people who were looking and downing and judging me and telling me how I should live my life weren't losing any sleep or cared 2 cents about how I felt about how they should live their lives. Something just woke up in me, and I began to look around at other people, every single person that, like, you should be like this, you should be like that, and it became judgmental. None of them came to me and said, what do you think about my life? What should I change about my life? And I found that they were projecting their shortcomings, or they were projecting their fears. They were projecting their lives upon my life. And I allowed it to happen, and I went through the self-loathing because I had the power and the strength all along, and I didn't even know it or realize it. But how am I healing now? There's some things that I recognize. There's awareness now. Like I just talked about, healing starts with me with awareness. Now I slow down when I feel triggered instead of running from it. I slow down, I analyze it, and I face it. Like it could be something somebody said or a way somebody looked that reminds me of a specific hard traumatic moment in my past. And instead of running from it, and instead of reacting negatively to it, instead of going into a place of depression or whatever, and let me make this clear, I am not perfect. There are times that that actually happens. Like if money is short or something happens, it was like, oh man, you're going back into your past. You're a failure, blah, 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 blah. And instead of running from it, which running from it for me is trying to reject it and trying to put up walls and trying to fight against it. No, I allow those feelings to happen. I allow it to flow through. Instead of fighting against it, I analyze it and like, okay, this is not me now. This is my past. This is not who I am becoming. That's my awareness. And self compassion. I want to talk about self compassion here because I talk to myself gently now. Instead of looking in that mirror and screaming, I hate you, I say, I love you. Or I say, James, it's okay. Or I give myself grace. Even when I make mistakes, even when I bumble and stumble, and even when I trip over problems, even when I don't meet my personal expectations, I give myself grace. I give myself compassion. I give myself love. There is no way in the world I can expect compassion and love and acceptance from others when I don't do it for myself. That's where it starts, is within inside of me. So also how I'm healing now is that I've learned to set boundaries. I am learning that saying no is actually saying yes to my peace, which helped me to no longer be a people pleaser. Because all these other people put themselves first, right? But I was expected, or I personally expected, that I'm supposed to be a martyr. In other words, I'm supposed to set myself on fire so other people can be warm. But now I learn how to say no. And I learned that saying no is saying yes to my peace, to my self love, to my self validation, that I am enough and I don't have to be a people pleaser and I can guard my energy. Also, connection. I open up more to people who see my light and not my past. So in my connections now, I make sure that I'm surrounding myself or connecting with people who basically love, who have love and compassion, who don't down other people, who don't go out their way to hurt other people, who love me for just who I am and help me to be a better me. If there's anybody in my life who tries to like be negative toward me, or I can feel that they don't have my best interest at heart, I cancel them out of my life. I say no to all that. I say no to the drama. I say no to the backbiting. I say no to the negative put downs, and no to anyone who comes in my life and telling me I am not when I know I am. Last one is stillness. Ooh, stillness, stillness, stillness. Being still. Meditation, quiet walks help me find my center again. Matter of fact, after I record these videos, I am in this beautiful park. I'll probably walk a couple of miles and just enjoy nature before it gets too hot. But stillness and being by myself at those moments helps to ground me. It helps me to understand more of who I am rather than pulling the energy of other people, but knowing my inner soul and my inner being and inner consciousness and what that has to say concerning my life. So, we talked about the past. We talked about the present of healing. I want to talk about the future. One thing I have is hope. I'm not chasing healing anymore. I'm living in it. I used to think I had to fix myself. Now I understand that I just want to love myself into wholeness. I think I'll say that one more time. I used to think I had to fix myself, but now I want to love myself into wholeness. So in this healing process, in the future, I want to continue to inspire others. I am creating another channel with some unique affirmations and music and things, and I'm choosing peace over perfection. I'm choosing joy over perfection. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have anybody to prove anything to. I don't even have to prove anything to myself, because in the purity of me, I am love. And I'm going to continue to keep healing. I'm going to continue to keep loving myself unconditionally. If you're in your own healing season, please know you're not behind, you're becoming. I think I'll say that one more again. If you're in your healing season right now, you're not behind. You are becoming. Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you so much for listening today to Loving Me Unconditionally. Check out all the other videos. Check out the 30-day challenge. I love you. I love you. I love you. And point to yourself and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I dare you to look in the mirror and say it 7 times for 7 days, 3 times a day. 7 times, 7 days, 3 times a day. And watch breakthroughs and watch your life just begin to open up even more. Like, subscribe, follow me more on this beautiful, beautiful journey of self-love and loving me unconditionally. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.
Loving me unconditionally. Loving me unconditionally. Through the fire, through the storm, I found the truth inside of me. Loving me unconditionally. Loving me unconditionally. No more shame, no more fear. I'm exactly who I'm meant to be.